Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna do something extremely different. So assume for 1 second you would be asked by the developer team, you have one single wish, one single one. So put it on the table. What would you like to have in this game to satisfy you or to improve the game? So my question to you guys, what would you do? So if you keep watching the video, you're gonna actually find out my answer to this. First, let's start with some common and very frequently ideas. One is basically, okay, devs, let's close the gap between the heavy spenders and the free-to-play players. So my question is, how good is this idea? Yeah, how realistic is this? So in order to explain even better, let's put it in a different context. Yeah, just imagine you have sacrificed a lot of your time and of course money to actually study something. And the only reason you're actually doing that is to get a better paid job. So just imagine one day you go to your boss and you have an employee, a colleague of yours, which by whatever reasons, yeah, he doesn't have your qualifications. And he comes up with this very wild idea, boss, let's line up, you know, the amount of money I earn without a qualification compared to here, my fellow colleague here, which has a higher qualification. I mean, how realistic is actually this request? So this is basically a rhetorical question. Everybody can answer for himself this question. But to be honest, this doesn't sound like the best solution for a game. Another one is actually turn the game more and more free to play. Yes, it's a valid idea, but yeah, just put yourself in this context. Yeah, one day you go to work and your boss comes to you and tells you, dude, I have a brilliant idea. Yeah, how about you gonna work for me up now, 50% less income, and work the same amount of time? I mean, how realistic is this request? You're gonna ask yourself, I mean, what's wrong with him? Yeah. So yeah, this idea is also not a very brilliant one, to be honest. But you know what? There is one. I mean, I have one. I mean, if you're willing to watch this video, let me explain you my point of view, one single change for this game to actually improve it for all of us. So before we do that, let's put this game actually in a different context. Just imagine this River Game company, the developing company, as a company which actually sells or actually even gives away cars for free. Yeah. So they actually they give away cars or they actually sell extremely expensive cars. So the real question right here is, why should I be a member of this company? Why should I be a customer of this company? Simply because this company actually organizes a lot of events, yeah, in which you can race and compete with fellow members of these companies, and yeah, win some very nice rewards. So to translate this in TOPWAR actually language is we only have one single event, one single battle event, which has kind of something. I wouldn't call it a matchmaking, but he adds something, and that's the SVS. It's a point system, but the problem is with this point system, the system doesn't care how do you obtain that points, and that's why you got the next opponent. So yes, it smells like unfinished work. The rest of these PvP events, like you have the World of Orodium, you have other events, you have EL, you have Terra Aurora. When you see the matchmaking, you're gonna ask yourself, who in God's name put this matchup together? So imagine for a second, this company actually organizes an event, a race, between a car which they sold for, I don't know, $500,000, let's put it that, and a car which actually was given away for free. Yeah. So this guy right here is gonna ask himself, what exactly am I doing here? Yeah. So you say it's an issue. Now the issue gets bigger because the guy which actually bought the $500,000 car is going to ask himself exactly the same question. What am I exactly doing here? This is not an event. Yeah. So from this point of view, here is my suggestion. This is exactly the one single thing I would ask from the team to actually implement if I was to be granted one single wish. It's the matchmaking. And the matchmaking, or in these other words, organizing these events, it has to be the absolutely best performance from this company they ever actually done. So in order to actually succeed here, the company should have the best combat power system, or let's say the value of your cars, and not only your cars, your groups or the servers, the best tool possible. And we have this tool implemented in the game, the CP system, which is far from being finished. I would say, and I'll be very generous, very generous, I will evaluate this CP system around 30% finished work. 30%. So we are missing the 70%. So yeah, step number 1, rework everything. See things you missed, like the holding in stock skins, like the decoration, like the mastery. God knows the list is very long. And also the skills. Yes, we don't need farming skills values. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah. So reevaluate also the values. So if a level 5 skills has, I don't know, X amount of CP points, then the level 6 must have 3 times this value, because it's exactly how many items you actually need in order to get a level 6. So after you have succeeded to polish this CP system, absolutely the best way you can do as a company, then you move towards the matchmaking. And how do you do that? You actually do an average for a server, an average of all accounts max level, in this case it's level 80, which were active the last, I don't know, let's leave this one open, last 2 weeks, last 4 weeks. So make the average CP combat power of a server. And this value must be the main component which decides who is going to play against who. So what would be the crazy result of this tool? Yeah, the result is going to be that everybody is going to get paired in matches or events, whatever you want to call it, with other opponents which are extremely close to their power. And this is exactly the result. The result is going to be 1. It's going to be a lot more fun. Result number 2, you're going to motivate these players, because they are going to have a very tight fight, to say, you know what, I'm going to go back to this company which organizes these events and say, you know what, buddy, you gave me a free-to-play account. Yeah, you gave me a free car. What would it cost to actually upgrade a bit the engine? Yeah, just a little bit. I don't have the money to buy a $500,000 car. But you know what, maybe I have a $5. What can you do? What upgrade can you give me? Yeah, because the last fight was so tense, it was so much fun, and I think if I put that $5 investment in this car, it's gonna push me a little bit, and I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna have a massive fun. So towards the end of the video, I must make some clear statements right here. I am not sponsored by Rivergame, nor I would like to be. I would like to be a player like you and try to help as many as possible to have a bigger and healthier community. That's point number 1. And of course, the last point in this video, if you guys indeed have the time, you can go back on this channel, because this channel has a massive amount of videos and one is more interesting than the other. And I will recommend you actually to go back and watch these 3 videos right here. Because I'm not comparing TOPWAR to these games. I played those games. I ran away from those games and I came to TOPWAR. That is the reality. So if you have, I don't know, the 10 minutes, if you have the 15 minutes, go there out of curiosity and watch those videos and see exactly why TOPWAR has a way better core. Of course, they need us. It's really worth actually to step up together and say, you know, guys, let's have a very productive feedback, but we also gonna need a community to come there and support us. So this doesn't end up with a very nice, and we have a lot of nice feedback from the on the Discord official channel, but this will not gonna end up in being a very nice idea with 2 votes or 5 votes or 10 votes. Nobody is gonna look that long at that idea. Nobody will even take it very, very serious. So that being said, I know this is a strange video, a different kind of topic. It still has something to do with TOPWAR, and this is exactly explanation for the word hope. Yes, I have hope for TOPWAR, but it's up to us to help them actually do an even better job for us.